Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. My name is John, and so in today's video I'm going to be going over why your AI YouTube automation channel isn't working. And so I recently just went down a rabbit hole of watching all these YouTube videos teaching individuals how to create videos using AI, and it's actually some really cool stuff. But the main question that I always keep thinking is like, it's really cool and all being able to AI generate a script, AI generate a voiceover, AI generate a video edit and compile it all together, and it looks really cool, right? It looks really cool, don't get me wrong. But does it actually convert? And I want to like safely assume that for 95% of the people who are actually trying out those AI videos using AI, it's probably not working for them. And so if you're one of those people, this video is for you. I'm going to try and help out why your AI YouTube automation channel isn't working. So let's actually go ahead and get started. I basically dumbed it down to four main reasons. Okay, I'm going to be going over each of these four reasons. But the first reason why your AI YouTube automation channel may not be working is because of the simple supply and demand concept. What I mean by this is that the videos that you're creating via AI, let's say it's like some history type video, or maybe it's like some biblical story, like how Jesus created Earth. The thing right now is that when you're creating those types of videos using AI, there's no trend behind it. There's no sudden surge where people are after that sort of video. So what's going to happen is like, you're going to be looking at the past 48 hours for those videos, and it's going to be crap. Okay. Now, I'm not saying AI videos don't work. What I'm kind of trying to teach you is that when you create these videos where the past 40 hours doesn't necessarily mean anything, because again, if we take for the example, we'll do this as an example. We'll say how Jesus was born. Okay, let's say you create an AI video using that, or how Jesus was born, right? So if you create an AI video using that, there's no like high demand that's happening for that topic right now. You can create the AI script, AI voiceover, and have a really nice visual animated video for this video topic here. But the supply and demand concept, in which there's no demand for this topic right now, so it doesn't make sense to be looking at the past 40 hours for this video topic, okay? What makes more sense is having a long-term vision. So instead, what you want to do is have a long-term vision. And so what I mean by this is that instead of being so, I posted 4 videos, why is it not working? You have to have a long-term vision. If you're going after topics which are super evergreen and there's no sudden surge in the demand for volume for them, again, supply and demand, then you have to have a long-term vision, thinking that, okay, this video, it may not get picked up within the next 2 days. It may not get picked up within the next month. It may not get picked up within the next 6 months. Maybe it'll get picked up in like a year or so. But with the supply and demand concept, I imagine that a lot of people who are creating these AI videos, they're creating videos which are in demand right now. And that's the biggest thing you have to understand when it comes to launching videos. When I launch videos, I usually like to capitalize on trending news that's really talked about, which therefore shows that there is a demand. And so what I'm finding with these AI generated videos is that you're creating videos on topics that are just la-di-da-di-da, or like there's no demand for it. Like no one cares, honestly. So the supply and demand concept, that's probably the #1 reason why your videos aren't working. And don't get me wrong, they could possibly work later down the road. So instead of looking at the 48 hours here, point an arrow, start having a long-term vision, okay? So post and forget, right? If your videos aren't meant to get views within 48 hours, okay, if you're not capitalizing on a trending topic, then it doesn't really make sense to be looking so hard at the past 40 hours. Just post it and forget it and move on to the next video. That's what I would recommend. Likewise, moving on to #2, we have packaging. So with packaging, the problem with packaging that I'm seeing is that it also ties to the concept of how you're creating really cool looking videos, and it's cool and all, but it's not converting. Likewise with thumbnails, right? There's a difference between cool thumbnails, I'm just going to use TN, and thumbnails that convert. A cool thumbnail is like a cool looking image, like cool, Leonardo AI created a really nice thumbnail, or Leonardo AI created a really hyper realistic thumbnail. That's cool and all right? But does it convert? That is the question I keep thinking about. Does it convert? And so what I've realized after creating like over 5,000 thumbnails is that thumbnails, you have to drop the complexity and coolness of the design and really go after the curiosity factor. Thumbnails that convert usually spark curiosity. Spark curiosity. I can have like an extremely low quality image and that thumbnail will still convert. The thumbnail is not cool. It's not hyper realistic. It's not AI generated. But the problem that people have is like they can't differentiate the difference between cool and then thumbnails that actually convert. You can have thumbnails or cool thumbnails that convert, you can. But most of the time, people are really after like, oh, that's a really cool looking design, or that's a really cool AI generated thumbnail. But it doesn't convert, the sad thing. So you really have to spark curiosity when it comes to your thumbnails. And the images don't have to be super high quality. The images don't have to be ultra HD or super clear. It just needs to spark curiosity. And that's what I've kind of found as far as I'm not hiring really skilled Photoshop designers to create my thumbnails. What I'm hiring are people who can think out of the box and create thumbnails that convert into clicks. So the packaging is probably the second reason why your AI channel isn't working. Next, we have the I think to an audience perspective. So this one right here is a really important concept. So just hear me out, okay? When you're coming up with ideas for your video topics, right? So let me draw an arrow here. So coming up with ideas. There's two frames that you can come up with ideas. The first and foremost frame that people usually have a standpoint in is they like to say the statement, okay? They like to say, I think this would be a good idea, okay? So hear me out. If we have the statement, I think this would good idea. That's probably like the majority of people who are starting AI YouTube automation channels. That's like the majority of what people are doing, is that they start with the statement, I think this would be a good idea. The problem with that is that you're just one individual and your opinion is extremely small compared to the mass amounts of viewers that's on YouTube. So this third point, moving from or shifting from an I think perspective to an audience perspective, this right here is like self-centric. Self-centric. Okay. And now I want you to shift to an audience-centric point of view. So instead of saying, I think this would be a good idea, you simply just have to ask yourself, like, what would my audience want to watch, right? What would my audience want to watch? And once you shift your paradigm to an I think perspective, to an what would my audience want to watch perspective, it makes such a big difference, guys. I am telling you, okay? If you stop thinking, I think this would be a good idea, I think this would be a good video topic, I think this would be a good video idea. If you stop saying that and start thinking, what would my audience want to watch? It really shifts the paradigm as far as what are actually good video topics. So start shifting from a self-centric point of view to an audience point of view. This is what I do for all my channels when it comes to thinking of YouTube topic ideas. What do I think my audience would want to watch? There's still like an I think statement in there, but you really have to think about it from an audience-centric point of view. Remember, you're only one point of view. So instead of saying, I think this would be a good video idea, start talking about what you think your audience would want to watch. So what would my audience want to watch? This is a huge mindset shift that should hopefully help you come up with better video topics for your AI YouTube automation channel. Now, the fourth point of view, and this is kind of like a more secondary thing. That's why I put an asterisk there. So this is more secondary. But the fourth point is that what I'm finding a lot of these AI YouTube automation videos are doing is that they're not teaching you how to create longer videos, okay? So when it comes to longer videos, there is some favor towards longer videos. Okay, longer videos build more watch time. More watch time. Longer videos make more money, right? Because of more ads. And longer videos tend to have a higher RPM. Okay, so increase RPM. So the problem that I'm finding with these AI video guides is that they're not teaching you how to make longer videos. If you're creating AI generated videos that are only like 3 to 4 minutes long, I am telling you, you're going to have a really, really hard time. If you already are having a hard time already, you're going to have an even harder time. In order to create longer videos, I'm gonna teach you how to do it in a future video, but for sure, if you know how to create longer videos now, I would highly encourage you to start creating longer videos now. But for all those AI tutorials that are teaching you how to create AI generated content and you're pumping out like 3 to 4 minute long videos, trust me, it'll be worth it more in the long while if you start creating longer videos. So how long are you asking? How long? A good marker would be to look at your competitors, okay? So I know people who are starting AI automation channels, you probably have at least like one model channel or one inspiration channel or one channel that's doing well within your niche that you're taking a close eye on. If they're pumping out 20-minute long videos and you're pumping out like 4-minute AI generated videos, trust me, you're not gonna win, okay? You have to create content as long as your quote unquote competitions, or if not longer. So how long depends on looking at your competitors. If they're creating 8-minute long stories, then you should be creating 8+ minute long stories. If they're creating 15-minute long stories using AI, you should probably be creating 15-minute plus long stories using AI. I've realized like there's like 4 or 5 AI guide videos that I watch, and they're all teaching people how to make like super short form content. And so I just want to be the one to kind of tell you that I'm not saying it's impossible for a short form video to go viral. It's not impossible. A short form video like 3 to 4 minutes long can most certainly go viral. I'm just saying that you're gonna have a much easier time if you just go for longer videos that are of decent quality using AI. That's kind of like my whole spiel as far as like 4 main reasons why I'm probably sure 95% of you are having trouble with your AI YouTube automation channel. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments down below. I hope you found this video helpful. Let me know if you have any questions or concerns. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. All the tools that I use as far as how I make my AI videos will be linked down below in the description. I'll see you all in the next video. Take care.